Hi friends, Wizzy here. Welcome to a new Raid Shadow Legends video. The wait is over. Today, one of you will win this crazy account that's always in the description below. I guess after today it won't be in the description below. Did we get to the subscriber count that I wanted before giving away the account? Unfortunately no, but we're getting some good traction with the Ninja Turtles event and everything. I just don't want to wait for longer. I've been doing the critical fusions on the account, so I just want to give it to one of you so you can enjoy it. So I've done Fabian, I've done Titus, I'm doing now Donnie because he's too good and too critical to miss. I just want to give the account to one of you so you can just enjoy it going forward and I can just play my main and focus on content. So how are we going to do it today? We're going to do it through questions like what we were doing before. 100 points gets you the account. Each question will give you 5 points if you answer it first in the comments below. Even if you don't have any points yet and you're new to the channel, you'll have a chance to win it today. We'll talk about the rules, how am I doing this to give everyone a chance at winning the account, and then we'll start browsing the account while asking questions so you can win it. So the rules: if you don't have any points and you want to win 100 points today, this means that you need to answer 20 questions so you can get the 100 points and win the account. You have to be the first one to answer the question in the comments below to win the 5 points for the question. I will reply as soon as I see this first answer. I'll make sure that I pause the video at a time when I can monitor the comments so that I will grant those 5 points, and as soon as someone gets the 100 points, I'm going to pin a comment saying that the giveaway is over, someone won the account. Now let me show you something, because some of you have been chasing this account for a bit now, answering questions and everything. So let me bring this sheet here. As you can see on the screen here, Zach, for example, already answered many questions and got 65 points. This means that he's way ahead of everyone else, but he deserves to be because he's been following the channel for months, answering questions and stuff. Also, Makuta and Savior Dragon from the comments got a few points, so they are a little bit ahead of everyone else. But if you watch the video first, if you answer the questions first, you will still have your chance to win the account. Something else, and this is the twist that I'm going to do for the video, because I don't want this to be whoever can search on ChatGPT or Google and answer the question first while watching the video will get all the answers. While doing the questions, I'm going to put the timestamps in the description below. You can see the chapters in the video if you're scrolling through it. So you might want, and I'll ask more than 25 questions, around 25 questions. So you can skip a few questions ahead. If you think that you won't be fast enough to get it, you can start from question 3 or 4 and still get your 20 questions right. This will give a chance to you to skip a couple of questions if you don't want to be just waiting with everyone listening to the question and answering it. Of course, the better way of doing this was during a live video. I was planning to do this, but time and work won't allow me to do so. So timestamps on the video, you can jump ahead in questions if you want to do so. Whoever answers 20 questions, or for those who got points, they can answer a little bit less number of questions, of course. Whoever gets the 100 point will win the account. What happens if nobody gets 100 points after this video? Because I don't want to drag this any longer. If nobody gets 100 points, which would be difficult, the questions are easy, you can just look up the answers, but just in case nobody will have 100 points still after this video, I'm just going to pick a random comment from the original video, and we won't wait for the subscriber number or anything. The important thing, if you're new to the channel and you want to comment still on the original video, you have to put the word Odin on the video, Odin, otherwise you're not into the giveaway. But probably some of you will answer the questions and get the count from this video. As soon as the giveaway is done, of course, I'll remove it from the description. I'll put comments on both videos saying that the giveaway is over now. And then, of course, whoever wins the account will communicate with me over Discord when I let them know that they won the account so they can claim it. Enough chit chat, let's ask our first question and then start browsing the account just to go through the questions one by one. The first question for today is that: who is the OG champion in Raid Shadow Legends that was the villain in the Call of Arbiter series? He's one of the OG champions. He's still a great carry if you get him early on, and he was the villain in the Call of Arbiter series that they released on YouTube. Who is this champion? This is our first question. Let's remind you of the account a little bit. This account might seem like it's not as tagged as some of the other accounts that they're giving away, but it got 4 mythicals actually, because I'm a few fragments from Embrace, also from Lamasu as well, but it got 3 strong mythicals with 6 star on Frolny. That's huge, guys. He can be your main damage dealer everywhere. Crixia is one of the best, one of the top mythicals in the entire game. Also, if you talk Void Legos, like this account got double Acresia, it got Odin, it got Queen of Hearts. It's tagged with the right champions. Though it doesn't have as, like, it does have a lot of Legos, but though it doesn't have as many Legos or mythicals at some of the other giveaways, but it got all the right champions for you to beat the entire game. Now let's go into our second question while we're browsing the account. Second question is, there's a specific age or birthday number that has a significance for Bilbo at the beginning of Lord of the Rings. What is this number? What is the age or the birthday number that had that significance in the beginning of Lord of the Rings? First answer gets 5 points. What else do we have in the account? Just a reminder also, we have multiple Legos fragments that are just ready for you to summon. Actually, we have those chests as well. What did we get from mode chests? Okay, you have a few more fragments for mode and some needless stuff. So you have Thea, you have Asmi, Seas, Liburga, and you're only missing 2 fragments from Lamasu and 5 fragments from Embrace, so you can get these in a week. And then Doni, I'm doing the Doni fusion for you. Of course, you'll have to finish it if you get this account in the next couple of days, but I wanted to make sure that you're on top of this, that you won't miss getting Doni. And so you have Mikey and you get Doni, and look at this, guys. You have 34 Sacreds, probably will be more by tomorrow, 48 Voids, 10 Primal Shards, and almost 200 Ancients, and almost 24k gems. What this means is that you can chase the other champions comfortably. So you can probably have all the turtles, you can tackle whatever events the game throw at us. It's almost guaranteed that you'll get the rest of the events as well. Now our third question. Our third question is, what is the relevance of the Elephant House Cafe in Edinburgh, in Scotland? What is the relevance of the Elephant House Cafe? First answer gets 5 points. What else do we have on this account that's crazy good? Let's go into the relics. And let me filter by, we're going into the relics here. Let's filter by equipped, because I'm way luckier on this account than my main. You see, I haven't even equipped them because I'm not playing the account as actively. So you have 3 wands of submission, guys. I don't have any Lego ones except for the guaranteed ones on my main. And then you have also multiple of the golden elixir, which is good for healing champions who solos dungeons. The book is also good, but let's check. I have 2 crescents, gore crescents here. I'm not sure if it's the best on Narcissus or not, but yeah, they are good ones. I have also 3 of the Korans, which are good ones. If I'm slaughtering the name, I'm sorry about this. And I have, of course, the guaranteed Cat's Gaze that's sitting on Thor. But I have a few good relics on the account here. And let's look at, how do we look at the stones? Okay, yeah. So, of course, I've been farming Chimera and stuff. So I got a couple of good relics here. Stones or whatever they are called. They are gemstones, yep. So you're also in a good position when it comes to relics with the account. Fourth question, if my count is right, who are Alatar and Palando? Who are Alatar and Palando? Simple questions, they can all be searched. Hopefully it's easy for you to get the answers. One of the nice comments I got on Discord while chatting about the questions with my community is that it's not only the fun of doing the questions and answering them, but also that some of you, I'm introducing you to new things that I like, because the questions are mostly things I like. So that's a good thing for me. I got you to know something that I like, and maybe you like it too. So this was our fourth question. Fifth question is an easy one. We might do a little bit of a rapid fire here. What is Diagon Alley? Where it is, and what is Diagon Alley? Super easy. What can you do with the account? You can do almost anything with this account. If we check here, I'm still tracking the missions for Ramantu. Of course, I'm a bit behind because I'm not farming 3v3 enough. Marius missions also, you can just hit all of these missions. With the champions, you will farm a little bit of gear, but you have lots of gems to do so. The level of gear on the account is okay for a 3-year-old account, but it's not the best. But still, without any difficulty, if you're playing the account actively enough, you can, in a few weeks, you can get both Ramanto and Marius, and you'll have Embrace, you'll have Lamaso, you'll have all of the guaranteed champions, and you can start tackling faction wars hard, you can start tackling Centranos to get Carnage and all of that good stuff. So you still have a good bit of progression to do on this account, and you have all the champions that you need to do so. Our sixth question now, if I'm keeping track, I'll correct it in the edit if I'm not accurate about the question number, but our next question is, who is Grim Bayern? Who is Grim Bayern? Answer the question, you'll get the 5 points. And now for the seventh question, if I'm keeping track, our next question would be, who is Deckard Cain? Who is Deckard Cain? If I'm slaughtering names, I'm sorry about this, but I hope that they are at least clear enough for you to look up the answers, unless you know it already. If you're a gamer, if you've been watching the channel for a while and you know what I like, probably you'll know these answers. We have a bit of soul stones, not too many, because I've opened these with you on a video recently, but still you have a little bit that you can build on top of or just open depending on what you want to do when you have the account. And the next question, which should be our 8th if I'm keeping track, is a date. It's a little bit tougher than the previous ones. The date that I'm going to mention now, October 26th, 1985. October 26th, 1985. What is this date? What is the significance of this date? Look it up if you don't know. I didn't know it myself, but it's a very significant date, so look it up and let me know. Our 9th question is about something that I like a lot, but who are the Baker Street Irregulars? Who are the Baker Street Irregulars? Let me know in the comments below, and that's something that if you don't know it, probably you'll enjoy a lot, so take a hint from this. Now we got to the 10th question. 10th question is Oxford Circus, Tottenham Court Road, and Marble Arch. What are these? Oxford Circus, Tottenham Court Road, and Marble Arch. What are these? Back to raid and a couple of quick questions about champions in the game. Who is the barbarian with a massive A3, depending on the number of buffs on him, that used to be part of the arena meta? Barbarian, single target, massive A3. Who is this? And the next one is also related. There's a specific champion, Dark Elf, with irresistible bombs on her A2 that was used as a counter to the Stone Skin meta. Dark Elf, irresistible bombs on the A2. Who is the champion? Next question is back to one of my favorite movies. Who was the only friend of Tom Hanks' character in Castaway? What is the name of his only friend in this movie, Castaway? Switching back to raid for our next question, what is the name of the guaranteed epic that everyone will have that got poison and poison sensitivity in his kit, and he's one of the best champions to solo content, to solo dungeons? What is the name of this epic? Back to movies alike, and we should be up to 15 questions now. What was the name of the cafe in the movie As Good As It Gets? The cafe that Jack Nicholson's character used to always go to in As Good As It Gets. What was the name of this cafe? Next question also is one about one of the best shows ever made, and I love it, of course. What was the name of the book that got Walter White in Breaking Bad discovered by his brother-in-law? What was the name of this book? Back to the game for our next question. 3-4 years ago, there was an undead couple that used to be the best ever couple in the arena meta. Of course, they've been power crept by other champions going forward, but who were the undead couple that dominated arena back in 3-4 years ago? Basically, that was one of the first arena metas in raid. Undead couple, who are there? Our next question is about gaming, but not about raid. So if you don't know, LucasArts, which is the company responsible for, created by George Lucas, who created Star Wars, and it was creating the visual effects for the movies. The old Star Wars movie is also a gaming studio. They created some very good games, some of my favorites when I started playing games back in the day. One of my favorite games, for example, that they created is called Grim Fandango. And then there was that other game that got super famous, created by LucasArts Studio, and this game has an island in its name. What was the name of the first game of this game series that has island and secret in its name? Super easy. Put the name of this game in the comments below, and that's the answer for the question. 20 questions so far, and the next one is about the first Stephen King book that I personally read, and it was about a pet coming back to life. It was a horror story, of course, about a pet coming back to life, one of his most famous stories that was made into a movie. It was a single movie, or maybe a couple of them even. What was the name of this Stephen King story or novel about a pet coming back to life? The next question, and I think we are up to 21 questions now, so one of you might have won that count already. Who is the famous footballer, who is the famous Egyptian footballer that has a song that the fans sing for him? Probably already knew the answer, but it goes like this: fans chanting his name, running down the wing, fans chanting his name, the Egyptian king. Who is this footballer? Next question is about a fictional character. Who is the fictional character who's so into organizing things that he wished that eggs were square instead of rounded, or oval, of course? Who is this character that wished that eggs are square? We are over 20 questions now, so if the questions are a little bit harder, you should have won the account already. But let's give you some more questions to help you win the account if no one has already. Next question is, Jay Giggs, who stopped creating content for Raid but still creates great content on other games, got a nickname in the community. Other than Jay Giggs, of course. What is Jay Giggs' nickname in the community? Next question is also about an OG Raid content creator that stopped creating content for the game. And this guy was the first one. He was a pioneer in creating content as a free-to-play player. So he was the free-to-play player who was telling others how to beat the entire game being free-to-play. What is the name of his channel or the content creator that was the pioneer, original free-to-play content creator for Raid? His name is the answer to the question. And the last question that we'll have today is that during my first couple of weeks in Raid, I got lucky and I got 2 Legos that boosted my progression everywhere. And the answer can be the name of one of them or both of them. I'll describe the champions now. So the first champion that I got was a lizard who can apply decreased defense and weaken and a bunch of poisons. It also got a broken strong A1 that they had to nerf. The other one is a Night Rave who will always have the first turn in battle. Who is this champion? Both names or either of them will give you the answer. And I'm not sure if you're up to 25 questions yet, but we're definitely more than 20. So everyone got a chance to win the account unless one of the people who got the points already won it. As I said, I'll be monitoring the comments, and as soon as someone wins the account, I'll put a pinned comment saying so. And this is the end of my 3-year journey on this crazy lucky account and the beginning of your journey with it. We still have lots of exciting content to do. If you've been following the channel for the giveaway, I hope you'll stick around for future exciting content. Watch a couple of other videos to support the channel if you will. As always, thank you for stopping by today, and I'll see you in the next one.